I think my number one question in relation to the show is in the fans of the show, those people who love Attack on Titan. My question is, why don't more people ride for Attack on Titan the way they ride for all these other animes? So I was so bought in to Attack on Titan's first episode that it took me about 3 weeks to watch 94 episodes. Really fast, in my opinion. And honestly, my mind is blown because we went so far in just 4 seasons. This show started out so simple. It was kill all the Titans, get out into the world, go exploring. By the time you finish with season 4, you are dealing with things like generational trauma, self loathing that is not just for one individual, but an entire society of self loathing. You're also dealing with what feels like time travel. You're looking at government propaganda and its effects on people. You're even dealing with racism. Racism! What? How did we get here from where we started? I would say that we got here via incredible writing because all of these topics became topics in such a way that it was very hard for you to notice that those topics were becoming the topics. Hell, I mean, I didn't even realize that Aaron was the villain of season 4 and ultimately the villain of the entire show until we were halfway finished with season 4. As I was watching the show, I kept telling myself, like, man, I'm on Team Aaron. I'm a Jaegerist. I support what he's doing. And more, as he went further and further in season 4, I found myself just being more and more less enthusiastic. When they first started slaughtering the Marlians in season 4, I was like, okay, let's go. Let's bring the fight to them. I hope he succeeds. Then it became, well, damn, that's extreme, but stand on business. You know what I'm saying? You said you was gonna do it, see it through to the end. Then it became, damn, man, why you beating up Armin and telling Mikasa you hate her? Like, feel like you're going too far. Then it became, damn, man, some people actually seeing the error of their ways. Like, you don't want to pump the brakes a little bit and give peace a chance? And then finally I got to the place where I was like, damn, dog, I don't know if I can cheer for you no more. Like, you lost in it, man. But it snuck up on me. I was so ready to ride with him in that original cause of like getting vengeance and ridding him world of the Titans and just supporting that main character that they changed them over time and I never even noticed the change. And talking about changes over time, there's so much in this show that was added and like just layered on top of where these characters started in season 1. So Captain Levi is my favorite character, by the way, an absolute dog when it came to him on the battlefield with that gear and those blades. But over time, you get that whole Ackerman background and the Ackerman blood and their bloodline, and Levi and Kenny and Mikasa is a cousin, and she's just as capable as Levi on the battlefield. So it's like, man, I didn't expect any of these things to be true about these characters just watching one season of it. Along the way, I made so many predictions to myself that just turned out to be right, and so many things that happened that I just wasn't expecting. Like the whole Marlian thing was totally unbeknownst to me. Just didn't have any idea that that stuff would happen. One of my favorite content creators, Kev on Stage, had posted something and said they told y'all or gave y'all this Easter egg about Titans being in the wall, and then y'all didn't get it paid off for another 4 years. And it's like, I, as a person who's coming late to the game, I could not have waited that long to know what was up with the Titans in the wall. And I'm so glad that I decided to binge it after it's over because I got to see it all come together so well. I would have lost my mind had I had to wait 4 years to see the rumbling unfold the way it unfolded. I think my number one question in relation to the show is in the fans of the show, those people who love Attack on Titan. My question is, why don't more people ride for Attack on Titan the way they ride for all these other animes? Like you hear so much defense of things like Bleach and One Piece, but like Attack on Titan is amazing and it wrapped up in a way that was very poignant and had my chest tight in the last 2 hours of watching those last 2 episodes. It's like these characters really grow attached to you, and this story was told in such a poetic way when you actually see the epilogue and you watch through the credits and you see what happens to Mikasa and you get to see what happens to the world. It's like there's so much that goes on and they go through that really makes you think. Like you think about death, you think about life, things that like other animes just don't approach. And so I feel like it deserves a lot more respect amongst the community. But those are my thoughts. It was amazing. It was a great ride. I'll probably look at it a few more times, maybe do a little bit more content talking about my characters that I really, really enjoyed. And I have this idea that I'm kicking around, like of all the anime characters that you know of and you watch and the worlds that we see them set in, who is the most intimidating and who could survive? Because I feel like Levi Ackerman or Mikasa, if she's motivated properly, they could survive in a lot of different anime settings. Those are my thoughts, and probably come back and talk a little bit more about Attack on Titan and a few others in the future. Let me know if you think Attack on Titan deserves more credit in the pantheon of anime that we are all enjoying. And those are my thoughts. Let me know yours. Enjoy yourself, guard your heart, go watch something good.